Hello everyone, Action Movie Dad here, or you can just call me Hashi, that'll be simpler. I'm here because many of you may have seen this teaser video that JJ posted a little while ago. It's the practical Millennium Falcon, and he reveals that he has hidden a little component on it right here. You may recognize that as the Batmobile tumbler. But why should JJ have all the fun getting to hide stuff on the Millennium Falcon? The Millennium Falcon is kind of ours from childhood, and I decided that anyone should be able to put whatever they want on the bottom of the Falcon. So I'm uploading this really simple After Effects template that should work all the way back to After Effects CS5 if you have it. It's pretty foolproof. All you need is a version of After Effects. Even the trial download version of it from the Adobe site, I believe, would work for this. So you don't even need to pay anything to be able to have the software to run a test with this. And really that's the point of all this stuff. I want it to be really easy and simple and cheap for people to do this. I'm not selling this. I just want to give people a really simple way to make a parody of this video without having to download a whole bunch of different softwares to get it running. So this video and package are strictly for educational purposes is what I'm saying. Anywho, I'm here to walk you through this template. Hopefully you've seen some of the teaser videos on my website about what it does. I've taken the Millennium Falcon footage and made a pretty clean version of the bottom of the ship where we just zoom up to a nice clean empty hatch kind of thing. So this is my After Effects template for it. The Falcon is my main composition, and then you'll notice there are a lot of locked elements in here. And that's because you don't really need to mess with those. You can turn them on and off to see what they do, but really the main ones you're focusing on are the layer 4 here and layer 10 here. So what those do, check this out. I'm going to go to my marker 1 here. If I turn on this layer, boom, your message here. This whole project is 3D tracked and has an animated camera that works well with it. So I'm going to quickly make a new viewer for this so you can see. But if I go to my on-door comp, it's this simple composition that has right now this temp piece of paper and some tape or whatever in case that's what you want to do. But on this you can type anything you want, which is pretty cool. Like that. Or now not many of you know how I proposed to my wife, but if I were to do it all over again, I'd have definitely centered this a little better. So as you can see, pretty much anything you want to put on here. And right now you don't even have to have this piece of paper or tape or whatever. It's made to go into the comp. It has an automatic drop shadow. It tracks through. So really you could put like pictures of your loved ones or funny messages for them or something for your kid or whatever. Personal ads. Your band's new album cover photo. But anyway, it's really simple, and anything that fits inside this comp pretty much will kind of get pasted to this door right on the same plane as it. And all the keyframes exist in the camera right here, and they'll just kind of move around. And you'll even notice that on the door's composition, let me close this one for now, there are a few effects in here that have some keys. They're kind of some toning, color correction kind of things. There's a little note on here that it has a drop shadow and the color controls there. You can tinker with those because I don't know if I got them exactly right or anything. But I also have this other added element. You can turn on and off this poster here, layer 4, and you can now look at this little layer I have up here called Door Controller. Now all that has inside it is, in the effects control, a little slider. But if you put it anywhere between 1 and 100, I'll turn it to like 43, it's going to open up the hatch doors of this little piece of art and reveal this interior message and actually some ship interior as well. So you'll see that kind of tracks through nicely in 3D. I'll do a little playthrough. Yeah, and as you can imagine, you can just kind of put whatever you want there. This is a 3D layer. I set it by default just a little bit behind the door, but you can really, push it anywhere back and forth up inside the Falcon, which is kind of neat. And you can honestly put whatever you want there. You could do some text, which I have kind of by default here, or put in like And I'll turn that off. And yeah, like, you know, fun kitten. Everyone loves kittens. That's adorable. Look at that. Web gold. Yeah. You know, everyone loves kittens. I don't really like kittens. But maybe we'll try add this layer to it and see what I think of it now. Yeah, there we go. I find that kind of acceptable. But whatever artwork you do decide to put in there, this template is designed to pretty easily just be rendered out. It'll reveal whatever it is there. I'll go over this hatch controller again. Layer 2 is the door controller. It has this effect slider for hatch open, and if you set it anywhere between 0 and 100, it is the hatch all the way open or closed. And you can animate this by just adding some keys. So you can say it's closed all the way, and then it gets opened. Maybe do a little bit of an ease in on the open. You could probably add in one of the dust elements from Action Essentials from Video Copilot and probably get a nice little like whoosh of air or something here too. And there you go. Reveal your space cat or whatever you want to put in there. Also, if you have Video Copilot's element, if you add in a layer, you can do some cool 3D stuff like this, like some of the teaser videos. Just play a little bit with your own lighting and shadow settings, and you can probably get something kind of fun or goofy or whatever you want to do. Get it? I should mention that layer 1 I've called door alignment. And really what that is a layer that has its orientation at this kind of off number. It's not quite flat. That kind of came from the camera tracking. It has everything off. So if you add a new layer of your own, it says right here, refer to this orientation if you add your own layers. So if you add in like a text layer or something else like that, use that and that'll kind of align it with this door. But you could also tweak stuff to do whatever you want. And one more thing about that hatch. In my pre-comps over here, there's the hatch door animated, and that is the comp that the actual animation of the door opening and closing comes from. I have it broken up into like a door and the frame and a little drop shadow that kind of comes in. And that is linked, you'll see, to the slider in the other comp right here. But they're all sourcing this hatch door texture, which is just this piece right here. And if you wanted to, you could do something like, you know, put your own labels right on the texture itself. And what that'll do is it'll, in this original Falcon comp, it'll put the text there for the texture to get animated along with any keyframes that you have on your door, in case you want to monkey with that. You could also put on a new texture or get it colored better. I should disclose that I am colorblind, so any of these really blatant, ridiculous things that I do, not my fault. Usually I have my wife come check on these. Anyway, follow the links below to download the template for this. It's really simple. It should work for anything all the way back to CS5 of After Effects, and I don't think it has any special effects in it that aren't built into the program itself. So obviously this doesn't have anything to do with Action Movie Kid really, but I think that I'm going to use this channel to do some of these ridiculous goof-off things that I want to do. I'll share some templates with you guys so you can make your own copies of them. And we can just have fun messing around with After Effects. And I obviously don't own this original piece of footage, so I really kind of am doing this in the spirit of parody and fun. So do something goofy, do something clever. I'd love to see what you guys can put in there. There's a million other little elements you could add to it if you wanted to spruce this up, but there it is. I hope you enjoy making your own version of this, and for now, it's the Action Movie Dad, or Hashi, signing off.